Good evening to one all present here. I'm Ankita, and this is Team 8. So, we will be doing a presentation on career paths after graduation. And I'm Ankita.
I'm Ishan. So today we'll mainly be focusing on masters, how a master's degree differs from a bachelor's degree, how you apply for master's degree, and why a master's degree is often not pursued.
We'll also be covering topics that about career paths, which basically focuses on the master's degrees that the students tend to take it, which are quite popular. We'll also be covering competitive exams, scholarships, and activities. So, what is masters? So, master's degree is basically an advanced academic degree which is offered by prestigious universities or colleges. And usually, people tend to do master's degree after their bachelor's degree, and it is mandated that you should be having a bachelor's degree for doing your masters. And also, the entire time period that for an individual to persuade or complete their masters is it depends upon their major which they have chosen, and it usually is for 1 to 2 years. And then further on, masters these days have become quite popular and can be persuaded in various fields such as art, science, finance, business, engineering, and the fields are being completely and within the past of the era and the time, master's degree the fields have been increasing day by day. Now, when can you persuade masters? After your bachelor's degree, you can persuade. After your UG, you can straight up persuade masters. Or after gaining, some people tend to go work and get some experience and then persuade their masters and give a break to their whole entire work experience. And some people tend to do it simultaneously. That is, they do it part time while studying and working at the same time. And how? Now let's go to the how master's degree impacts your employability. It has a huge impact on your employability rates, because once if you're doing your masters, that is a whole entire degree on a particular major, it enhances your knowledge and skills in accordance to the major that you're currently doing. It also increases your earning potential, that you get to earn a lot compared to your competitors. That means it also gives you a competitive advantage, that you get to get your you enhance your employability rate and get a interview or get a job very quick. And now some people tend to switch their career change. That is, they persuaded a different entire major in their UGs, and now they want to explore or go to a completely different major, so or a job. Now that this can be done once an individual starts using their career, once an individual does a master in particular to the major that they want to discover and switch their careers. And also and master's degree also gives you an international opportunities. So many people or many students in India, including myself, want to persuade master's degree abroad. Some of the popular countries that people want to persuade their master's degree would be US, UK, Canada, or Germany in that case. And in addition to this, master upon doing masters, you get you get to work with huge MNCs, giving you an international opportunities to go to another country and work. And now, who can persuade it? Any recent graduates who graduated from bachelor's or UG can start working professionals, like I mentioned, who have a little experience, can take a break and start persuading with their education stream again. And people who wish to change their careers, and professionals and academic researchers who want to expand or expand their knowledge in particular field or a major, can also persuade masters.
All right, so we all have the question like the difference between what a master's degree and what a bachelor's degree can get you. So I will tell you more about these topics while focusing on some of the major points. Job prospects. When you have a master's degree, you have the opportunity to start at higher level positions, especially in careers relating to healthcare, engineering, and research. While when you start working right after your bachelor's, you start at a lower level, which or else basically known as the entry level positions, and the roles there are very limited and specialized, but you can thrive in fields which are mainly focused on sales, marketing, and creative industries. The salary expectations, starting salary for a master graduate is higher, around 20 to 30% more, and they have the potential for a faster salary growth. And for the students who have completed their bachelor's, They have lower starting salaries, but the potential for promotion can only be achieved through work experience and rigorous hard work and experience and time in a workforce. A bachelor student has more years of work experience, since during this time a master student would actually be studying. So they have a delayed entry into the workforce, but they would have advanced knowledge and they would have been under more furthermore internships. Then the next point would be career growth. You will have faster access to senior roles and a more specialized career path after completing your master's degree. While after completing your bachelor's, you are able to work for different fields, and then you can specialize in one which you think you can do the best in. Job security. Now, job security is an important part, and we had seen this during the time of the pandemic when job security was at a very huge risk. So, when you have completed your master's and you are actually well qualified some roles, so you will have a higher amount of job security than the students who have just completed their bachelor's, as the work they would be doing would be more flexible and could be replaced by others. And if we look for the long term opportunities, you have greater potential for leadership roles uh, through a master's degree, while for a student who has completed his bachelor's, he will have an adaptable career path, which means he would be able to pursue different fields while working, and he can develop various skills. And then one of the major points is personal financial burden. Not everyone is able to pay, and so they have to take debt for further continuing their education. So if you are pursuing your masters and you are under debt, it would be you have to work harder to pay and clear it off. So, and there would be lesser financial burden for for bachelor students.
Okay, moving on. Now we are going to discuss about the topic how, how to apply for the masters. So before we all start up our UG, we tend to research about what are the programs that we want to do. So the same here, it goes with the masters also, the similar process. So our first and the foremost step is research and shortlist the programs that you are interested in, and then you want to persuade your career in. And right after you shortlist your programs, you obviously, all of us would be having a dream college or a certain college that we want to go in and start studying. So the same way, you have to choose your college that you want to join or persuade your masters in, and you have to require or go through the details, all the requirements that is necessary for joining the college. That is basically the admission requirements. And the third step is gather all the necessary documents that is required for applying to that college, or as per that is stated in the admission requirements. And the fourth step is, this is not a very obvious or a very important step, but then it is quite important based upon the major or the type of masters you want to persuade. That is, prepare for standardized steps if the course or the master that is applicable. For example, if you want to persuade MBA or MCom, you're supposed to be preparing for CAT exams. Or if you want to persuade your masters in abroad, you should be preparing for GMAT, GRE, or IELTS or TOEFL's exams. And then right after that, you have to complete the application form. That is the fifth process. That you got to see, you have to apply, you have to complete the whole entire application process. And then after that, you have to apply for financial aid that is required in case if you want to go to a higher if you want to persuade your higher education in a completely different state, different country. You tend to require or get your bank loans. That is all required. Like, if necessary, you have to apply it way beforehand. And that is very subjective. So now let's go to the seventh step, that is submit the application. Upon doing all the research, admission requirements, gathering required documents, and you have to submit the whole entire application forms to the college in the respective manners that would be stated. And now the eighth or the most important step is that track your applications. Always stay updated upon what is going on with your application, or any mails or any status of your application should be closely concentrated and checked upon regularly. And the last but not the least step is that prepare for acceptance or rejection. You've got to be prepared for whatever the result would be and stay motivated to go on for.
Now, why masters is often not pursued? There are three main points in this: financial and career concerns, personal and academic readiness, uncertainty, and changing priorities. Among all these 3 points, I have three further subpoints. So, let's start with financial and career concerns. The first point would be cost of education. The tuition fees, the living expenses, and the limited financial aid which is present makes pursuing a master's degree very hard and a very major financial commitment. So, when they have to borrow money, or the potential debt which they incur is quite hard to clear. Then the second point would be job market opportunities. Many students just prefer to enter the workforce right after completing their bachelor's degree, as they receive good job prospects. And in some fields, the work experience is more valued than a professional certification or an academic qualification which you have. And alternative learning paths. Nowadays, the availability of online courses and certifications is very popular, and you can easily avail them. So, these options are more flexible and cost effective, and they can be easily accessed to. Then, personal and academic readiness. The first point which would come under this would be time commitment and delayed career progression. Master's degree require a specific time period of 1 to 2 years. So you have to stay back from working just to study more. And students may feel that spending these additional years isn't actually beneficial for them, and and they prefer to start working. Then academic burnout and fear of failure. Most of the students, after completing their undergraduation programs, do not wish to study more, as they think they would be mentally exhausted or burned out, making the idea of studying further very less appealing. So they would feel self doubt or anxiety about continuing with their masters. Then uncertainty and changing priorities. Lack of clear direction. Many students do not have an idea about what specialization they want to do. Like if we take our current case, many people still, after selecting their BCom courses, are still not sure if they want to continue with it or not. And so they might drop out later on. So when you are actually specializing during the time of masters, it is an even harder choice. And uh, it is very uncertain if you would be able to commit to a specific field of study or not. Then personal and family responsibilities. Life is very uncertain, and family obligations and responsibilities may force you to start working right after your bachelor's degree. So the option of pursuing a master's degree is lost to you, unless unless you are able to uh, handle your life in a stable manner. And then the last point would be career shift or entrepreneurship. Some students prefer to change their career path after completing their bachelor's. Like if we see the present example, many science students, after completing their bachelor's in science, they shift to MBA, and some students uh, go to the mode of entrepreneurship, and they want to start their own businesses which they think will be successful and would be provide more for them than a master's degree.
Moving on, now that we've known what masters are, why is it pursued, who can pursue it, now let's focus on the master programs that are quite popular, trending, and most common that majority of the students tend to pursue it. Starting with MBA. So MBA stands for Masters of Business Administration. It is basically it is a It is a program that is designated to develop advanced business and management skills. It is one of the most common and the most popular programs among masters, and many of the students tend to pursue it. And MBA is not only restricted to the field of commerce, and now it is being widespread and has various fields in terms of fields of arts or science or any of the complex or compounded courses that are being developed recently. Now we have MCOM. So MCOM is a postgraduate degree that is especially and advanced, that focuses on advanced topics in the field of commerce, business, accounting, finance, economics, and business management. MCOM is suggested for students who have already having a basis or have graduated their UG from the field of commerce alone, because MCOM is, as mentioned earlier, has in-depth knowledge in the field of commerce or topics in related to the commerce. And MCOM is suited for students who are looking to deepen and or expertise their knowledge in the field of commerce and advance their careers in the field of business, finance, and accounting.
A lot of the people you who have met would have the title of Mr., Mrs., or Master. But if you need a title of a doctor, you have to pursue your Doctor of Philosophy, also known as a PhD. If you are passionate about research and you want to pursue your interest more, then if you want to conduct original research, this is the perfect field for you. Physics, chemistry, biology, computer, math, environmental science, any field will work here. If you have the interest, you can do it. Now, MSc. If we hear the word MSc, we'll mostly think Master of Sciences. But now, Master of Sciences is practically two things. One, a Master of Science in Finance, and other topics which will specialize in investment analysis, risk management, uh, and corporate finance. It would help students to prepare for jobs like investment banking, asset management, and etc. And MSc in biology, physics, chemistry, computer science allows students to pursue their interests in fields like data science, biotechnology, etc. And masters in technology or MTech is mainly for students who come from a background in engineering or uh, applied sciences, which basically includes computer science or physics. This this allows you to take part in industries like engineering, technology development. If you want to become a civil engineer, an expert in electronics or communication, or even a computer engineer, MTech is the perfect place for you. And masters in computer applications is basically for people who are interested in software development, system management, and IT consulting. It will help you build management skills in the digital domain. You will work on topics mainly like network management, cloud computing, and cyber security. Now, masters in data science and AI is a relatively new and popular course. Most of us would have heard about the course known as data science. This course will focus on that. This will include data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data analytics. These courses are currently very high in demand, and masters in data science uh, is very popular because of these things.
Okay, now coming to STEM MBA. Like I mentioned earlier, that MBA is a very popular master course, and now that it has been expanding over the years upon the growth of the various courses that are being introduced, and now that MBA can also be persuaded in the field of science. That so STEM MBA is one such MBA or a type of an MBA program that focuses on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which defines the STEM. This is a very popular program that blends business education with quantum mechanics, technical skills, data analytics, and tech management. It is more suggested for students who aim for leadership role or who wants to explore or increase their knowledge in data and business. It is business decision and marketing. Now we'll be covering the topic competitive exams. So here we've divided the competitive exams into four categories. So one, based on which play a very important role for the government jobs that the students can write. One for the jobs that will for the exams that would enhance the students' employability for the private or the corporate sector. The other two categories would be for in or students who want to pursue their masters in India, and the exams that the students have to take up to persuade their masters abroad. So starting, we have the exam that the students have to take up in order to persuade their masters in India. CAT, that is Common Admission Test. GATE, that is Gratitude Aptitude Test in Engineering. CLAT PG, Common Law Admission Test for Postgraduate, JEE PG, and NEET PG. These are the exams for persuading masters in India. Now let's go to the exams that the students have to undertake in order to persuade their masters abroad. Starting with GRE, we have Graduate Record Examination, GMAT, Graduate Admission Test, IELTS, TOEFL, and LSAT, which basically focuses or is mostly related to law students. And now let's start now the exams that focuses on their job for the students who want to persuade or have want to have a job in a government sector. These are some of the jobs that they can try up. That is for UPSC, that is basically for IAS and IPS examinations. And you have state PSC, SSC, banking exams that people want to persuade in the banking sector, which is very trending right now. And also RRB, which is the Railway Recruitment Board exams. And for the students who want to persuade or move forward in the corporate or the private sector, would be the NSE certifications that the students can complete, and then digital marketing certifications, data analytics and coding certifications, and HR certifications.
Now, here are some of the scholarships which would help you in pursuing your master's degree. Some general scholarships are the AICTE PG or the All India Council for Technical Education uh, PG scholarship, which mainly focuses on GATE and GPAT exams. Then the Tata Trust Scholarship for Indian students, UGC PG scholarship for university rank holders. For science students, you have the Kishore Vaigyanik Pratoshan Yojana Fellowship, the JN Tata Endowment for Higher Education. For arts, Lalit Kala Academy Scholarship, Cultural Talent Search Scholarship Scheme, and the Sangeet Natak Academy Scholarship. For commerce, few of the popular scholarship schemes are the Aditya Birla Group Scholarship, the Institute of Company Secretaries of India Merit Scholarship, and the National Fellowship for OBC students.
Now, these are some of the activities that we want to encourage and interact with our fellow audience. So, most of the activities are based on group. So, we'll divide the whole entire crowd into smaller groups. And some of the activities are educational path trivia, where you get to ask them questions related to the whole entire presentation, postgraduate education, entrance exam, scholarships. We also have elevator pitch challenge, where again the students are divided into small groups. They'll be given 5 minutes to discuss among the group and given 1 minute to pitch their ideas and convince the rest of the crowd that why they should persuade in a particular path, or why they should take that particular master's program or that particular career.
Okay, so the next one would be the Guess the PG course, in which a student would be bought front and he would be holding a card which would have the name of a particular master's course, which the person would not be able to see. So he would have to hold this card in front of him and show it to the audience. The audience have to give the clues to the person who is standing, and he has to guess the name of the course without the audience mentioning the name. And one another activity which we have planned would be the once again the students would be divided in groups, and each group would be given a profile of a person which would include his field of interest, his desired master's program, and his career goals, and they would be encouraged to discuss these topics among themselves. Since there would be different profiles for different groups, these profiles would be rotated among the groups, and they would be able to get a perspective of the different fields which they can pursue, and they can select according to their basis.
Now we'd like to hand over the presentation to our teammates to continue with it.
So I'll be presenting next. My topic is on hard skills. So hello everyone, good evening. My name is Adit, and today I'll be talking about various hard skills that one can pursue during and after one's graduation. So, beginning, we'll be discussing about what are hard skills. Hard skills are any abilities which can be measured and can be displayed through various steps or measures. So, they can be hard skills can be accessed through various certifications, workshops, and online courses. They specifically focus on specific tasks that are needed to complete a job or a specific task. They are highly specialized and can be pursued through various platforms online. So the various types of hard skills that can be accessed through online media, through online are: first one is data analytics, digital marketing, project management, UX UI design, artificial intelligence and machine learning, and various language skills. So, starting with data analytics. So, data analytics is a process of systematically applying statistical or logical knowledge and retrieving data. They can be used for various decision making, like data driven decision making. And the use of this in an organization is that it helps an organization to make decisions by using data. Like, for example, if by measuring sales data, they can find out if sales will increase in a particular year or will decrease in a particular year. Various skills which can be gained through learning data analytics are: they can gain high problem solving skills, and they are also in high demand, and various certifications through which a person can learn data analytics are the most in demand one is Google's data analytics professional certifications, which can be accessed through Coursera. Second is IBM data analytics, and then some of the free ones are becoming a data analytics, LinkedIn Learning, Kaggle, and data analytics Python, which are all free, of course. And the skills learned through these certifications are: first one is MySQL, R programming, Python, and Excel and Google Sheets. So the next one is we're going to be talking about is digital marketing. So digital marketing refers to online marketing campaigns that appears on computers, phones, or any device. Basically, all the online ads and content that you see online, sponsored by that are set by influencers, are all part of digital marketing. So why digital marketing is important is that it provides great career opportunities and provides practical experience, flexibility, and creativity, and one can stay updated in the modern world through digital marketing, and it provides a wide range of networking opportunities. So, various ways to learn digital marketing are: well, the first one, when it comes to certifications, Coursera is the main one. So, the first one is digital marketing specialization by the University of Illinois, again provided by Coursera. The next is Udemy, the a complete digital marketing course. Then comes Google's Skill Shop, and then comes HubSpot Academy, which also provides a digital marketing certification courses. So, the skills learned through these certifications will be search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media marketing, e-commerce marketing, and email marketing. Basically, anything involving the social media will come under digital marketing. So the next one we're going to be talking about is project management. So project management involves applying knowledge and skills and techniques to meet certain activities to organize certain activities to meet project requirements, especially in fields like IT, manufacturing, and construction. So the requirement for project management is that it's a strong demand slash it's strong in demand, and there's a huge skill shortage of project managers, and there are a variety of industries applied to, as mentioned before: IT, manufacturing, and construction. and it improves your own productivity at your work, and also improves your career opportunities. So the various ways to learn project management are: first one is Google's project management professional certification through Coursera, then Henry Arvin PMP certification training, then the free courses like free project management courses by Kickoff from PMI, and then Microsoft's project management professional certification. So the skills which can be learned through learning the project management is through leadership, communication, time management. Sorry about that. So the skills that can be learned through project management are leadership, communication, time management, risk management, and budget and cost management. Basically, anything which involves properly conducting an activities and making sure that it fits right into the project schema. So the next one is UX/UI design. So so basically, when we open an app, the first thing we see is a UX UI design. That's the thing that we're going to be learning. That can be learned through learning this. So it's a process of creating products, usually digital, like websites and apps that provide meaningful and relevant experience to users. It combines both UX, user experience, and user interface. What the user sees and what is behind, what's running that particular platform, are what are teaching in are being taught in UX/UI design. So why they are important is that it's a great skill development. It helps in portfolio building. It acts as an interdisciplinary knowledge. It provides great career opportunities and provides freelance opportunities. Again, certifications and courses which can be pursued are Google's UX Design Certificate, Interaction Design Foundation, then Udemy's User Experience Design Fundamentals, and Coursera's Introduction to User Experience Design. So the skills which can be endowed through these courses are it provides user research, visual design, interaction design, and user journey mapping and information architecture. It helps in the development of various apps and websites, and which are pleasing to all the people who view those websites. That's basically what's being taught in UX/UI design. So the next one is one of the most important skills which have to be learned in the 21st century. That's AI and machine learning. So AI, as everyone knows, is a field of developing computers and robots that are capable of performing and mimicking same human capabilities. And machine learning is a subcategory of AI which uses algorithms and automatically learns insights and recognizes patterns from data and apply those to make better decisions. So why AI and machine learning important is that it promises a bright career. It provides great career opportunities. It helps in making good living. It's a skill of the century, as mentioned before. It also provides great benefit to society through the continuous development of AI and machine learning. It is also a versatile discipline. So the various courses through which AI and machine learning can be learned are mainly Coursera's AI for Everyone, which provides the basics of AI and machine learning. Then Introduction to AI by IBM. Then Elements of AI provided by University of Helsinki. Then Google's AI Essentials. So the various skills that can be learned through AI and machine learning are provides the fundamentals of AI and machine learning concepts, various programming skills like Python, which is important in AI and machine learning development. Then data processing and analysis skills, then model evaluation, optimization, and also provides real-world application of artificial intelligence. So one of the most common skill that every person has are language skills. So the language skills are the abilities that enable you to express your thoughts coherently and communicate with others. Basically, it helps a person learn new languages like learning Chinese, German, French, and communicate them fluently. So why language skills are important is that it enhances one's literary skills, improves memory and brain function, it helps in developing critical thinking and problem-solving skills, fosters respect for other cultures and societies, and it enhances one's travel experience when visiting other nations. So the various platforms to learn language skills are: first one is Duolingo, Babbel, Biju, and Coursera. So various skills that are learned are various communication skills, cognitive skills, culture awareness, and main one is learning a new language, and then social and emotional skills. Also, another topic, I'm going to present it now. So apart from these courses I mentioned before, like data analytics and all, these professional certifications are mostly the ones that are covering are limited to basically finance and management. So professional certifications are basic qualifications that provide sorry, that interest in one the abilities to perform a task with the utmost capabilities. So it provides credentials to validate specific skills in whether it be in finance or in management. It helps in gaining expertise and creates an edge. It's a competitive edge over other candidates when applying for a job. So the various certifications we will be covering are the CA, CMA, ACCA, and CFA. So why one should do professional certifications is that it helps, as mentioned before, it helps to gain a competitive advantage over others. It helps to boost efficiency, increase earning potential. Main point is it helps in increasing one's earning potential, and it helps to grow knowledge and skills and establish a professional credibility. Basically, a person with a professional certification will always be one who is very credible and one with whom you can entrust a lot of work and responsibility upon. The four certifications that I'm going to be talking about are the most in demand ones in currently in India. So the first one is the most common one, chartered accountancy. So it's a professional qualification in accounting, auditing, taxation, and financial management. It's recognized globally and it's essential for those aiming to excel in the field of finance and business. As you can see, the basic eligibility is you should have passed 10 and 12, and there are three stages to the exam. First one being foundation, intermediate, and then the final. It lasts about 5 to 6 years, and various costs and the syllabus and also the benefits. The main benefits are it's a very high demand skill for a long period of time. It has lucrative salary, also provides global recognition and diverse career opportunities. Next one will be Certified Management Accountant, that's CMA US. It's a professional certification in management, accounting, and financial management. It's offered by the Institute of Management Accounts and is recognized globally. So this eligibility will be to have a bachelor's degree, and one should take the IMA membership. And there are two parts to the exam, and one should pass both parts in order to become a CMA, and also maintain a 2-year work experience in order to get the membership. In order to get the certification. So it's a various costs of CMA and the syllabus, and the various benefits are same as CA. It's a globally recognized course, high salary potential. It improves one's skills, provides career advancement and professional growth. So the next one is Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, ACCA UK. It's a global professional accounting body offering the Chartered Certified Accountant qualification. It recognized worldwide and provides comprehensive knowledge in financial management, accounts, auditing, and ethical standards. So the eligibility will be maintained, to be a high school graduate and pass all the various stages of the examination, and should be proficient in English language. And in order to gain full membership and certification, one should have practical experience. So the various costs are mentioned here, and the syllabus and the benefits provides global recognition, provides great career flexibility as it's valid in many nations across the world. So it has high earning potential, great networking opportunities through their websites, and it provides ethical and professionalism, and also acts as stepping stone towards other qualifications. The next one is Chartered Financial Analyst. Chartered Financial Analyst is a professional certification awarded by the CFA Institutes, one of the most recognized and respected credential in the field of investment management and analysis. So the eligibility is to have a bachelor's degree, and then the person should pass all sections of the CA exam and should have 1 to 2 years of work experience under their belt. So the various costs and the syllabus. And the benefits are provides great expertise and skills and provides up to date provides in demand skills. It also provides ethical standards and helps in career advancement and increasing the earning potential. And there are the professional certifications are not limited to just this. There are also various others like certified public accountant, certified internal auditor, certified chartered sorry certified financial planner, and financial risk manager, and company secretary, and many more. So to know which certificate suits you best, it's up to the person who's choosing this. If one is interested in accounting, auditing, taxation, financial reporting, then CA will be the best. They are respected in many nations across the world, like Canada and Australia, and also in India. And certify. If one is interested in management, accountant, financial management, and strategic planning, it could be the best suitable one will be certified management account in US. They recognize mostly in the US and in other European and Middle Eastern nations, and also in India. The next one is ACCA UK. If one is interested in accounting, auditing, taxation, and financial management, best one will be ACCA UK. It's globally recognized, especially in the UK and Commonwealth countries, which includes South Africa and India. And next one will be chartered financial analyst. So if one is interested in investment management, financial analyst, and portfolio management, the best course for him will be chartered financial analyst. So they're globally recognized, and especially in finance and investment fields. That would be the end of it. Thank you. So I invite the next person to present.
Yeah, next. So I will be discussing about soft skills. So basically, soft skills are interpersonal and personal skills, which interpersonal and personal skills which help to interact with different peoples and to interact with different peoples and perform work related tasks. Unlike technical skills, they focus on behavior and relationship. Developing soft skills is effective for career growth, affecting leadership, and fostering positive work environment. They mainly focus on behavior and relationship. So let's dive into the various soft skills. First, we have communication skills. Every industry, every firms requires clear exchange of ideas, teamwork, and leadership, so that there should be no confusion. Communication skills are essential because they enable to convey ideas, share information, and collaborate effectively with others. Good communication is the key to virtual performance, helping you build a relationship and influence others, influence decision, and to solve problem collectively. In a group setting, whether it is academic or professional, person with a good communication skills ensure that the tasks are understood and completely effectively. The next we have emotional intelligence. Intelligence is important because it helps to understand and manage their own emotion, as well as recognize and influence the emotion of others. Having a high EQ, which is emotional intelligence, is beneficial in many areas of life, including personal relationship, work, and social settings. Understanding emotion helps you to communicate more effectively and build more stronger connection with others. When you manage your emotions and make clearer and more rational decisions, especially in stressful situations. EQ helps you to handle different emotions while you're in stress and calmly find the solutions. It also helps to contribute in leadership skills. It is also said already also seen that a person with high EQ is effective in leaders. Next, we have time management. Next, we have time management. We have seen like we got couple of tasks every day, and we have to prioritize. because we have to prioritize each task, which helps to reduce overworking and increase productivity. Time management is important because it can help you to achieve your goals, reduce stress, and improve your overall quality of work. uh, when you manage your time as well, complete projects projects on time, and can meet. It also helps to meet expectation on time. This can lead to career advancement or new job opportunities. Good time in management can help you to avoid stress, misleading deadlines, and missing deadlines, and feeling overwhelmed. Next, we have leadership and teamwork. To miss one slide, Bishop. uh, Adaptability and flexibility. As we know, uh, environment changes day by day. It's very dynamic. So we also have to change according to the environment, whether it is economical, social, technological. We have to adapt ourselves according to the change in environment. How can we do that? Except by accepting new projects, cost chain rules, or we can adapt other roles to what is in the trend. It helps to boost career opportunities, as in today's world AI is the trend, so we have to adapt ourselves according to the AI. So next, yeah, leadership and teamwork. Leadership and teamwork are essential because they drive collective success. Leadership provide direction and motivation. Leadership provide direction and motivation, ensuring that goals are clear and people stay focused. While teamwork bring diverse skills into the team, working together, enabling more creative solving skills and efficient task completion. Leadership foster accountability, vision, and growth. Teamwork enhance collaboration, improves productivity, and build trust among the peoples. Next, we have problem solving skills. Problem solving skills is essentials, because if you look at the problems, you can easily find a solution. Critical thinking helps you look at the information fairly and make smart decisions. It's important for the job where you need to make a choice, come up with the new ideas, and plan for the future. Sharpening decision making skills means improving your ability to access situation, analyze different options and choose the best course of action. This leads to this leads to more efficient and effective choices, reducing mistakes and boosting overall performance. Next, resolution. Conflict resolution is essential for maintaining healthy relationship, fostering collaboration, and ensuring productive environment. Stronger relationship. It helps to make stronger relationship. Resolving conflicts fosters trust and respect, leading to stronger personal and professional bonds. Conflict resolution encourage open dialogue, active listening, and better understanding, improving overall communication. Uh, by addressing by addressing issues early and openly, conflict resolution minimizes stress and tensions in creating a positive environment. Next. Next, we have networking skills. Networking skills is also important because if a person have a good network, it helps to boost its career opportunities, and can good mentorship and career advancements. By attending professional events, webinars, use platforms like LinkedIn and other social professional applications. They can increase their networks, and which helps to boost their career opportunities. Next, uh, next we have public speaking. Public speaking is crucial for several reasons, impacting both personal and professional aspect. Public speaking helps to refine your communication skills, refine your ability, communication skills, clear communication skills, and to uh, provide your thoughts clearly and effectively. Available skill in any field. It's a valuable skill in any field. It also helps to boost confidence. Regular public speaking engagement help to build self-confidence, making you more comfortable in expressing your ideas in front of others. Leadership. It also enhances the leadership skills. Leaders often need to influence and inspire people. Public speaking develops the ability to communicate effectively with others and to motivate teams and lead by example. Next. Next, we have negotiation skills. Negotiation skills is vital, vital, vital for both an professional and personal professional context. Uh, Negotiation is essential in resolving conflicts, difference of opinions, or competing interests, ensuring that all all parties involved feel their needs are addressed. Uh, it also helps you to evaluate option, identify the best outcome, and make an informed decision. This enhances critical thinking and problem solving skills. Successful negotiation requires clear and uh, effective communication, listening skills, and understanding others' perspective, which are which are transferable to other areas of life. Next. These are the couple of sources which which helps you to improve the soft skills. Like Coursera offers you financial aid for the students, allowing free access to course including soft skills training. Many university provides free access to LinkedIn Learning, offering a wide range of soft skills courses. EDX and Udemy have free access or discounted course, including those focus on soft skills with promotion to watch for. So I invite the next person present.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be presenting next. Okay, my topic I will be discussing about the working opportunities available after graduation. At the start of the topic, I had planned a few activities. One is the job role charades, where I give the audience a few job roles and ask them to enact it out, and the audience guess the what's the job role. And speed networking is where one introduce themselves and tell them about their strengths and weaknesses. And to begin with, the working opportunities available for BCom students, it is generally seen that once you finish your BCom, you become an accountant. But it's not only accounting that involves around BCom. There are other things like accounting, finance, marketing, banking, management, and entrepreneurship. In accounting, you can become an accountant, an auditor, and a tax consultant. In the field of finance, you can become a financial analyst, an investment banker, a corporate finance executive. And for marketing, you can be a marketing executive, a sales manager, a digital marketing specialist. And for banking is a bank probationary officer. Who Probationary officer is a person who overlooks the clerking staffs in a particular branch, and relationship management credit analyst. And for management, it is business development executive and operations manager. For entrepreneurship, you can start your own business or continue your family run business for many generations. And for the course of bachelor of arts, you can become a journalist, a news anchor, an editor, or you can be a PR executive, a corporate communications. And you can also do teaching, where you become a teacher or a lecturer. For lecturer, you should um, you should do further higher studies in order to become a lecturer, and you can even do an education consultant. And for civil services, you either prepare for the UPSC or the state civil services, and a slide upon that will be coming up soon. And NGO and social works, you can be a social worker, a program coordinator in NGOs. And human resources, you can be an HR manager or a recruiter. Okay, for Bachelor of Science, it's research and development, which is basically the R&D. You can be a research scientist or the lab technician. And for IT and software, you be the software developer, data analyst, or the IT consultant. For pharmaceuticals, it's clinical research, drug inspector. Healthcare, it's dietitian, clinical laboratory technician. And for teaching, it's either a school teacher with a B.Ed degree or an assistant professor after your higher education. And for BTech and BE students, it's software engineer, web designer, and the project engineer, construction manager. For IT and data, it's data scientist or IT manager, a cybersecurity analyst. And for entrepreneurship, it's starting up new startups and freelancing as an engineer. For BBA, it's Bachelor of Business Administration. Um, you can either be a sales manager, the working opportunities are the sales manager, the business development executive, the HR executive, the recruiter, the brand manager, the operations manager, the bank officer, the advisor, the investment banker, and it also includes entrepreneurship. For law students, which is the LLB, you can either be a lawyer, advocate, a judge, a legal advisor, a company secretary, a legal advisor. You can also be a legal advisor for the NGOs, the social justice advocate. And you can even pursue the civil services like the IAS, IPS, or other UPSC roles. For BCA, it is the program software developer, a system administrator, a network engineer, and full stack developer, and UI or UX designer, mobile developer, software developer, and even the cyber security analyst. Okay, moving on to government jobs that can be pursued, which is the IAS, which is the Indian Administrative Service. The basic exam structure for the IAS is you go on with a preliminary exam first, and then with the mains, and then with the interview or the personality test. The cost that can incurred is around 60,000 to 2 lakh 35, which solely is based upon your coaching where and how the coaching is taken, and the time commitment is must be of around 1 to 2 years of dedicated study. And the next is the IPS, the Indian Police Service. The exam structure is the same as the IAS, which is the preliminary followed by the mains and then the interview. The eligibility for the IPS is a bachelor degree and meeting the age and nationality criteria. Here the age criteria is 21 years and above, and the nationality criteria is should be an Indian. Cost, it cost around 50,000 to 1.5 lakhs depending upon the resources and the coaching. And time commitment, um, if pursued while balancing other commitments, it would take around 1 to 2 years. If not, and if preparing for the IPS for a full time, it takes around 1 year to fulfill it. And next is the Indian Foreign Service. The exam structure is the same, preliminary and then mains and then the interview. The eligibility is have a bachelor degree in any course. Then cost is 80,000 to 2 lakh 30, and time commitment is 1 to 2 years. And you can also join the defense services like the Army, Navy, and the Air Force services. And the judicial services, as told earlier, like the judges, the public prosecutors, and the legal advisors. You can even join the railways and the healthcare, doctors. You can become doctors through the UPSC exams or the nurses and paramedical staff. Okay, for public safety, you can join the Central Armed Police Forces. The Central Armed Police Forces includes the Border Security Force and the Central Reserve Police Force and the others. You can even join the firefighters or the civil service, civil defense. And municipal services, like the urban planning and development officers and the civil engineers. For intelligence and security services, it's the Intelligence Bureau officers and the Research and Analysis Wing, the RAW officers. Forest and environment services like the Indian Forest Services, IFS, and the environmental officers. The previously mentioned jobs are not the only ones available. There are wide variety of jobs that can be pursued. Thank you. I would like the next person to continue.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to present on insights on startups and incubation. Uh, okay, the main agenda of this presentation is uh, are these topics, and I'm going to start. And let's start on why Bangalore is the main hub for startups. The first reason is strong IT and tech ecosystem. Bangalore is home to many of India's largest tech companies and IT giants like Infosys, Wipro, etc., and many multinational corporations such as Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. This creates a rich ecosystem for tech talent, infrastructure, resources, which makes it a proper and ideal environment for tech startups. The second reason is access to skilled talent. The city hosts numerous and prestigious education institutions which provide highly skilled engineers, developers, and entrepreneurs. The third reason is vibrant startup culture. Bengaluru has a dynamic startup culture and a strong network of incubators, accelerators, etc., such as NASCOM, 91 Springboard, and etc. These incubators and accelerators provide the necessary funding, development, and infrastructure, such as working spaces, etc., to the startups. Let's move on to the promising fields for doing a startup. The first field is IT and software development. The opportunities are cloud computing, software as a service, custom software development, and IT consulting. This is because Bengaluru is home to many tech giants such as Infosys, Microsoft, Google, etc. And doing a startup and engineering talent will is perfect because Bengaluru is a main hub for IT and software innovation. The second field is AI and machine learning. Opportunities are AI and machine learning solutions in healthcare, finance, customer service, and retail. This is because the tech ecosystem access to data and resource make Bangalore an ideal place for AI-driven startups. Another area is fintech or finance tech. In this, the opportunities are digital payments and personal financing apps. Since Bengaluru's increasing demand for financing apps and financial services, this makes fintech an ideal and viable option of startup in the city. Another area is education tech. Opportunities are online learning platforms and skill development courses. This is because these days skill development courses and online courses are becoming more popular and viable. And since Bangalore offers an ideal market for educational technology and innovation, EdTech will be a viable option. Now let's move on to the various schemes and initiatives provided by the government. The the first scheme provided by the government is various tax benefits and regulatory relaxations. The first one is if you do a startup, you don't have to pay the taxes for the first 3 years, and then there is an exemption of also the capital gains tax. Then you will have various flexibility over labor laws and environment laws, and the patents you submit to the government will be of low cost, and there will be a fast tracking of those patents. The second, mm, the second scheme and initiative provided by the government is Startup India Initiative. It includes two aspects. The first aspect is Startup India Hub. It is a single point of contact for the startup economy. This makes facilitating of funds and access of knowledge very easy. The second one is fund startups. It is a 10,000 crore startup managed by SIDBI to provide funding support and services to innovation-driven startups. Another another scheme provided by the government of India is National Initiative for Developing and Harnessing Innovations, also called as NIDI. There is Nidhi Prayas. It supports innovators to build prototypes. And the second one is Nidhi EIR, which offers fellowships to encourage graduates to take up entrepreneurship. Another scheme provided is Airtel Innovation Mission. It provides Airtel incubation centers. It provides supports and another resources, services, working spaces, etc. to innovative startups, and it also develops Airtel Tinkering Labs, which is set up in schools across India to increase the scientific temper among young students. Another scheme is Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises (CGT MSE). It provides credit guarantee to financial institutions, lending to startups and MSMEs, making it easier for startups to access finance without collateral. Now let's look at some successful startups over the years. The first one is Flipkart. Flipkart, Flipkart was a startup. It was founded in 2007 by Sachin Bansal and Binny Bansal, both former Amazon employees. It started as an online bookstore before expanding into other product categories. In 2018, Walmart acquired a 77% stake in Flipkart for approximately $16 billion and making it the largest e-commerce deal globally. Right now, Flipkart is valued at over $35 billion and is currently one of the biggest e-commerce giants. Flipkart offers a wide range of products including electronics, fashion, home essentials, books, groceries, and more. It has a significant presence in the Indian e-commerce space and competes directly with Amazon India. Another startup which is successful is Boat. Boat was founded by Aman Gupta and Samir Mehta in 2016. The company quickly became one of India's leading audio brands. Boat is a popular and affordable brand which has a range of audio devices including wireless earphones, headphones, portable speakers, etc. Boat became one of the fastest growing consumer electronic companies in India. In 2020, it was ranked among the top 5 wearable brands globally, according to IDC. Now let's move on to incubators. Now, what are incubators? Business incubators are organizations which are designed to help startup companies and early stage businesses grow by improving their uh, working environment and providing them with a variety of resources and working spaces. These incubators typically offer a structured environment where entrepreneurs can access mentorship, office space, funding opportunities, and other essential tools to build their businesses. Now coming on to key features of incubators, the first key feature is mentoring and guidance, mentorship and guidance. Incubators often provide experienced mentors to help guide entrepreneurs through the complexities of starting and running a business. The second feature is office space. Many incubators offer affordable or free office space to startups, reducing the initial overhead costs. The third one is networking opportunities. Entrepreneurs in incubators have access to a network of investors, industry experts, and other startups, providing valuable connections. The fourth one is funding access. Some incubators offer introductions to potential investors or provide seed funding. Another another service also provided by the incubators is workshops and training. Incubators often provide startups with training programs on essential topics like marketing, financial management, legal issues, and business development. Let's move on to popular incubators in Bangalore. The first one is IIM Bangalore. The selection process of IIM Bangalore is they evaluate applications based on innovation, scalability, market need, etc. They also scale evaluate the applications based on the entrepreneur's background. Incubation. During this period, they receive mentorship access to networks, funding opportunities, and resources to grow businesses. They also receive various other services such as uh, the necessary resources and knowledge to grow their business. The programs offered by IIM Bangalore are early stage startup, women startups program, social ventures, incubation for corporate startups. IIM Bangalore also provides various opportunities for funding. It provides seed funding, government grants, and investor networks. Another popular incubator in Bangalore is Techstars. Techstars is known for its accelerator programs, which typically last around 13 weeks. Startups accepted into these programs receive seed investment, mentorship, access to a network of entrepreneurs, investors, and partners, and they provide various other resources. And they provide experienced and perfect working environment to develop their business. Mentorship driven approach. This access to seasoned experts offers valuable insights and feedback for early stage businesses. Global reach. Techstars operates on a global scale with accelerators in cities like New York, Boston, Boulder, Berlin, London, Tel Aviv, and many more. Now let's move on to accelerators. Business accelerators are organizations that provide startups, typically those that are more mature and ready for rapid growth, with intensive short-term programs designed to accelerate their development. Unlike incubators, which often work with very early-stage businesses over a longer period, accelerators focus on speeding up the growth of companies that already have a viable product or service, aiming to prepare them for a large-scale expansion or investment. The key features of accelerators are fixed-term program. Accelerators usually run for a short fixed period, typically 3 to 6 months, during which startups receive intense mentorship and support. Whereas incubators, on the other hand, they run for a longer period of time. The second feature is mentorship and coaching. Similar to incubators, accelerators provide access to experienced mentors who help entrepreneurs with strategy, scaling, and operational challenges. Accelerators also provide seed funding. Many accelerators offer startups initial capital in exchange for a small equity stake. This funding helps startups grow quickly during the program. Networking and investor access. Accelerators often culminate in a demo day, where startups pitch to a group of investors, gaining exposure to a potential venture capital or angel investment. Another feature of accelerators is that it's cohort-based. Startups in accelerators typically participate in the program as part of a cohort, fostering peer learning and collaboration. Its accelerators also focuses on scaling. Accelerators emphasize rapid growth, helping startups refine their business model, scale their operation, and prepare for future investment. The popular accelerators in Bangalore are NASSCOM and 91 Springboard. NASSCOM is a trade association of the Indian IT and business process management industry. Its primary role is to support and promote the growth of the IT industry in India. NASSCOM is an accelerator that basically focuses on the IT sector of India, and many it provides many resources. And its key roles and activities are industry advocacy, ecosystem development, capacity building, research and insights, and global outreach. NASSCOM also runs specific initiatives like NASSCOM 10,000 Startups, which aims to nurture and support tech startups in India through mentorship, funding, access, and market exposure. The other popular accelerator in Bangalore is 91 Springboard. 91 Springboard is a co-working space provider and community enabler for startups, freelancers, small businesses, and enterprises in India. Its mission is to create a collaborative environment where entrepreneurs and businesses can work, network, and grow. The key services and features are uh, business office spaces, providing office spaces, co-working spaces, networking opportunities, business support, seed funding, mentorship, and learning. By creating a dynamic and collaborative environment, 91 Springboard encourages startups to work together, share resources, and explore new ideas. Now, the activity I plan to do is a startup Shark Tank. The students will define their entrepreneurial skills by developing a detailed business plan and pitching it to a panel of sharks or judges for hypothetical investment. Thank you. I invite the next person to present. Hi all, I'm Rishabh. So, I have a question for you. If I gave you rupees 1 crore, what would you do with it? Take your time and think about it. And let me assure you that after you go through our presentation, what you would do with this 1 crore would completely change. What you think now will not be the same of what you think later after our presentation.
Hello, I'm Anish, and today we'll be talking about financial literacy. So, what is financial literacy? It is the ability to understand and apply financial concepts in our real life. It is also the capacity to handle money. In India, financial literacy is a very urgent problem, as according to SEBI, only 27% of Indians are financially literate. So, why is financial literacy important? Financial literacy helps us achieve a variety of our life objectives, which includes retirement, purchase of assets, education planning, and going on a vacation. It improves our financial discipline and capacity, and it also protects individuals from financial fraud and preserve their financial well-being. Poor people lacking financial literacy find it difficult to make financial decisions. Next slide. So yeah, the first part is the cash flow or our income. What do we do with our income? Well, we should look to spend 50% of our income on our needs, 30% of our income on wishes, and the remaining 20% on savings. So, what are needs? Needs are basically those things which are necessary for our survival and for those important items which needs to be paid. These include our food, water, our utility bills like electricity bills or gas bills, and other things like rent and EMI. Next is wants. Wants are those things which are not important or necessary for survival, but more for fulfilling our own desires. These include purchases of premium clothes, shoes, or even going out for a movie. It is not necessary to spend 30% on our wishes, but we can also spend less and spend more on our savings. Savings is that extra money which we need to use for financial protection or for investments. The next part is protection. Protection consists of mainly two parts: insurance and emergency fund. Insurance is further divided into three main types of insurance. The first is health insurance. Health insurance is a protection against liability for medical expenses caused by injury or other health issues, including pre and post care expenses. It is important to note that one should have a separate health insurance apart from the company insurance. Some of the most common health insurance companies are ICICI Lombard, Aditya Birla, and Tata AIG. Next is motor insurance. Motor insurance covers against any loss caused to a motor vehicle either by accident, theft, or natural disaster. We should generally try to go for bumper to bumper insurance as it covers all the liabilities without depreciating the value of the vehicle. When you avail for a claim, you must note that for the next year, your premium will increase. In India, by law, it is compulsory to have motor insurance. Some common examples of motor insurance include ACO and HDFC ERGO. The third insurance is life insurance, and it is a compensation against loss of income due to unexpected loss of life. Some examples of life insurance are LIC, SBI, and Bajaj Allianz. The second part of financial protection is emergency fund. Emergency fund is a pool of money which should be readily accessible to us at all times. It must be at least three times of our monthly income or six times of our monthly expenses. This is needed as we might have a loss of our regular income either due to injury or termination of our jobs.
The time value of money. Before going into that, let's see why do you need to invest money? And the main reason is the time value of money. If I can buy a burger today at rupees 100, tomorrow I will have to spend rupees 150 for the same burger. It indicates that the value of my money has reduced. Its purchasing power has reduced. Therefore, we can understand that as and when time passes, anything and everything that we would want, a need or a want, is going to become costlier. Let's dig deeper into this. Let's take a situation to understand what's happening. Considering a scenario that a monthly income is 50,000 rupees, your employer gives you a 10% salary hike. It is basically a 4 to 5% hike, but let's consider you have get a 10% hike every year. Your cost of living increases by 8%, inflation, and you plan to work for the next 20 years and would retire after that. You don't intend to work after retirement, so you won't have any additional income. Your expenses are fixed. You don't foresee any other expenses, which means you are not going to be able to buy a car, a bike, a real estate property, or anything you wish apart from your needs. The balance cash that would be left would be only rupees 20,000 per month retained as hard cash. Let's get into more detail. Considering your yearly income to be 6 lakhs, yearly expenses like to be 3 lakh 60,000 and cash retained to be 2 lakh 40 per year, at the end of 20 years, you would have a corpus of 1 crore and 78 lakhs. If you see that looking at your expenses that are at 15 lakhs per annum after 20 years, you would only have a corpus for the survival of the next 6, maximum 5 to 6 years. Do you think that's sufficient? Where would you go after that? So what? How can we solve this? You can invest the hard cash you have rather than just keeping it in as cash or as money in your savings bank account. You can invest this amount at an average of 12% in the economy. What would happen? Is there a huge difference? Let's see. If I invest 2,40,000 at 12% per annum, after 20 years, its value is 20 lakhs and 67,000. If I add my sum total, my corpus comes to 4 crores 26 lakhs 95,000. Do you see the difference? It's huge. It's humongous. And I would say that even after you retire, you don't need your whole 4 crores. So you still keep investing and ensure you build a further corpus for later on in life. Let's go ahead. Other things you must look at when it comes to investments is risk and returns. It goes without saying universally, when there is risk, only then there is returns. So higher the risk, higher the returns. I would say that people who are of a lower age can take more risk, and people who, as they grow old, should take less risk when it comes to their investments. Tax, capital gains, and commissions are also to be taken care of. You will have to pay taxes on any income gained, capital gains, and have commissions that have to be paid to brokers and various such intermediaries that are present in the economy. The lock in period is very important. You will need to know if you need cash in hand at any point of time, or is it fine if I have it somewhere in real estate. Considering that you have cash in an FD, all it takes would be maximum 2 days to break an FD and get it as hard cash and immediately pay to someone. But consider you have it as a property. You have invested 40 lakhs in a 1 BHK apartment. You will have to wait until you sell it and you get the money to consider to be hard cash. So lock-in period can be of three types. It can be short term, medium term, and long term. Next, you must look at the history of the company. What is the history of the company? It is not just the financial history. It is financial history is important, how good the company has been doing, was been doing, but also look at the future prospects of the company. Do you think their survival is possible with AI, machine learning, and various other aspects coming in? Do you think they can still survive and still develop? And how do you think the management of the company is? The board of directors are? Are they towards an approach about future development or they are redundant? Next comes the choice of financial instruments. To understand this, let's dive deeper. Where can you invest your money? You have money and now you want to create a corpus. Where should I invest? There are several avenues, and there is something called a diversified portfolio. You must invest in a diverse set of avenues so that even if you lose in one place, there is a gain in another, and the risk is also evenly split. There are several, like mutual funds, stocks, fixed deposits, and provident funds. To go in detail, mutual funds, which are towards equity mutual funds, are of higher risk, whereas mutual funds of debt mutual funds, which is serial number 8, is of lower risk. There are of several types of mutual funds, and one should educate themselves properly before investing or hire proper fund managers for such purposes.
Stocks are of high risk, and you have fixed deposits that usually give a interest of 5 to 6% to general people, to the general public, and 8% at times to the senior citizens. PPF, which is the Public Provident Fund, is an excellent avenue to invest. It gives you a fixed 8% 8% returns wherever you are, whatever it might be, and it is very secure. Next is NPS. NPS not only gives helps you building a corpus, but also has its own tax exemption, which we'll come to shortly. You have gold and bonds. One of the best investment people would say would be gold. Whatever happens, gold is required by central banks. Though there may be a war, though there may be a crisis, whatever it might be, a central bank needs gold to issue its currency. Next is real estate. Real estate is, according to me, should according to me, in real estate, purchasing a property is mathematically not right. It is best to rent any property, but keep in mind it is advisable to own one property at least, so that emotionally you are satisfied and you always have a place to come back, and come back in case you fall into the crevices and you have a huge issue. Moving on, let's understand what is credit.
So, credit or loan is the act of borrowing money from someone with the promise of paying it back at a later date with interest. Interest is basically an amount which is over the principal and is generally the income for lenders. So, how are the interest rates decided? Interest rates are decided by one, the credit history. The longer you have been taking loans, the lesser is your interest likely to be. Second, duration of the loan. The longer the loan, the higher will be the interest. The third will be the collateral. Collateral is basically the object which you give in exchange for the loan. Fourth is purpose of borrowing. When you take a personal loan, your interest is likely to be higher than when you take a loan for purchasing a vehicle. And next is the prevailing rate. The prevailing rate of interest constantly keeps changing due to the market forces of demand and supply. The types of credit. The two main types of credit are revolving credit and installment credit. Revolving credit allows a borrower to borrow up to a certain limit and repay it over a certain period of time. And this is generally the case with credit cards. The other type is installment credit, where you borrow a fixed amount and you pay it back over a fixed period of time with fixed payments. And these are generally seen in car loans, mortgages, or house loans. Next, we will have an activity. In this activity, we shall calculate the credit score, not based on a bank, but based on how likely you are to get a loan from your friend. So using these questions and tallying up the points, we get a certain score, and once we multiply that, we shall get to our credit score. A good credit score is generally between 740 to 850, and we should stay in this range. But what is a credit score? A credit score is a value that represents a creditworthiness, and from a bank's point of view, it shows us how likely they are to give us a loan. And it is generally based on repayment history, the length of credit history, and credit utilization. But why is maintaining a good credit score important? It is important as we get easier loan approvals for future. A good credit score will ensure that we get a loan without much hassle and it makes it easy. The second point is lower interest rates. With a good credit score, we get interest at low interest rates, which reduces our financial burden. Three, better credit card offers. When we have a good credit score, we are likely to get high tier credit cards which offer better offers like airport launch, free golf visits, etc. And the fourth is financial security. When we need money the most, having a good credit score ensures that we can get money without any hassle and pay off any short term debts. One more note that One more note is that we need to avoid getting credit from informal sources as they have high interest rates and often lead to debt trap.
So, what are taxes? Taxes is a compulsory payment that a corporate that or an institution or an individual will have to pay based on the assets owned and the income earned by them, or also on purchase of any good or availing a service. Taxes are collected from the people, Now, taxes are of two types: direct tax and indirect tax. Direct tax, let's know more about them. It cannot be passed on to another taxpayer. If it is levied on our income, we have to pay it. For some examples are income tax levied on individuals, capital gain tax levied on increase in price of our assets, that is a gain in our asset, and corporate tax which is laid on corporates and individuals and various MNCs, for example Reliance, Adani, etc. Indirect taxes. Indirect taxes are levied on any good or service that have been availed. It can be passed on to another individual to be paid. Some examples are goods and service taxes, custom duties, and value added taxes. India has currently collated all value added taxes and made them into one portfolio or one tax alone, known as the goods and service taxes. Now, how do we save money on taxes? And this tax is an income tax of an individual. You can pay a tax and save money. You know what? Barry Goldwater has a very good saying. The income tax created more criminals than any other single act of the government. Many people don't want to pay taxes. They try to find different ways to get their exemptions. Let me show you some. And let me know that these exemptions will change based on the regime. Currently, we have two regimes: the old and the new. There are certain investments, like I said, the NPS investment gives you an exemption limit of up to 50,000. Investment in your provident funds, insurances can give you an exemption up to 1 lakh 50, and interest on home loan can give you an exemption up to 1,50,000, and interest on education loan is completely exempted. What does this mean? Let me say you have a fee of 5 lakhs to be paid to your institution. You take a loan of 5 lakhs, you'll have to pay 7%. No, let's say you have to pay 7% on it. Now, though you'll be paying your EMI on only a monthly basis or by every installment, you will still have your money with you. Suppose the first installment is 50,000, you have 4,50,000 still left with you. If you can invest it at 12% per annum, or their outcome. We have already seen this. So these are such a small draft of how you can save money rather than paying taxes. Thank you. I hope you gain some financial literacy through this. Why? And we consider to be very important, because as you upgrade in your career, your income increases and eventually even your expenses increases. But what after your career? What after you retire? You need a corpus. So guys, remember, investing is very important and a diverse portfolio is especially important. Thank you for your time.
Uh, Hello, sir. Those are the presentations from our team, and we'd also like to present the handouts right now, if that's all right.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right. Okay, we'll start. I'll start from our end, like the way it is. Can Ishan project the? Can you present the link, Ishan? So we'll be providing the students or the audience with the handouts. So we basically divided the whole entire of our presentation into three various sections that are quite popular and most simple way. That is, we've divided into commerce, science, and arts. So in commerce, these are the degrees or the specifications. These are the master courses along with the specifications that the students can pursue after their undergraduate for MBA, MIM, MCOM, MFin, MSc Finance, and other important or the most popular courses. Now we can go to the science part. For science, we have shortlisted some of the most popular courses that would be MSc, Masters in Public Health, Environmental Science and Sustainability, Postgraduate Diploma, which we already explained, Science and Information Technology, Data Science and Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, and Technology, like Masters in Technology and Engineering, and then MCA, as mentioned, that is Masters in Computer Applications. And now in the field of arts, we've divided it as follows, like masters in psychology and counseling, in masters in journalism and communication, masters in education, that is med, master in arts, ma, then masters of fine arts, that is mfa, and then masters in international relations or diplomacy. Then you have masters of public administration. Then yeah, that is pretty much of it we've divided. So that was it. Thank you. I request the other teams to present their handouts. Hello, am I audible? Can any one of you give me a confirmation if I was audible or not, or if I am audible or not?
Yes, you're
You
audible.
are.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that is pretty much of it. I think that's it. Or do you guys want to present your handouts?
I think we can close. Not many were responding. So
Oh,
it was probably one of the most lengthiest of the presentation that we had so far. But great work. A lot of effort has gone in at least doing the research. And let's keep this as a base content and refine it for the workshop that we'll do in the early December. And thank you all for joining this evening. Yeah, thank you.
thank you,
Shall I
sir, for giving
close?
this
Yes,
opportunity to present and explore stuff. Thank you.
yes, thank you. Yeah, we'll
All right.
close this movie.
Sure. Guys, just dip. Everyone's done. So bye bye. Nice presentation, all of you. Really good job. So clap for yourself. Yay, claps. Really good job for all of you. Appreciate it. So next time, I think we'll have to deal with the same shit. Anish. Hi, Anish. You guys are on mute, okay? I can't hear anything.
Why Ankita recording is still on?
recording.
Okay, good job, guys.
Okay, good
Claps.
job. Hey, recording is still on, yeah.
All right, bye,
Sir
bye,
told he will
guys.
do the editing. Don't worry.
Thank you.
But he's gonna listen to all this, guys.
It's fine. I
So
didn't swear. I didn't do anything wrong.
did I?
Very good job done.
Did
Teamwork,
I?
efforts.
Good
Very
job,
good.
Good
guys.
job.
Good job.
Good job. Good job. Good job. See you. See
Good
you
job.
tomorrow.
Proud of all
Bye.
of you. Go eat,
Okay.
sleep. Tomorrow you have a big day and economics first hour. So bye bye.
Hey, 8:45. 8:45. Huh? Don't forget.